Okay. I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's two different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
Rush in. Rush in. Tight up.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. A nice job of eluding the pressure there, scrambling for 11.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down.
And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Watch out for Hill on the return. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one.
And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked. Uchenna Nwosu gets him for a loss of 10 yards from his linebacker spot. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Stafford. This complete to Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big pickup of 38. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Stafford. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Desmond King picks it, and the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
The Jags with the football to begin the 2nd quarter as they've got it with a 2nd down and 2 coming up. From just shy of midfield, Foles, and that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. They'll look to throw. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
He'll look to throw. He's got the hook up to Lee. And a loose football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. So they tried it. Not only did they not get the first, they fumbled it away.
Yeah, it's one of those things where it went from bad to worse, but I know that everyone's going to pile in on the call and say, well, what are you doing? Why would you go for it there? I think that teams that are convinced that they feel pretty good about their game plan, what they want to get done that day, go for it. Give it a try. Hey, let's see if your defense can rescue them a little bit.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Now Stafford. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that's caught inside the 30. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. It's a gain of 35. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. The first down carry here for Johnson. Telvin Smith that time there to make the play.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Stafford going to give this one off to Johnson. And, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
They'll run it with Johnson. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be 2nd and goal coming up.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
2nd down and goal. Stafford, and he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Finding his way home for the sack that time, Taven Bryan.
It's 3rd and goal.
Now from back at the 9 after that last play, this is 3rd and goal.
Small. Mike 50, Mike 50, Mike 50. Watch the run.
Out of the gun, Stafford. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. Been a bit of a dogfight thus far into the 2nd quarter now, and we do have our first point. It's a field goal.
Yeah, a lot of people say, wow, first action on the scoreboard, about time. To me, the action's been right there on the field, trying to figure out who could gain an advantage, gain some field position, finally get points on the board. I'm loving this kind of game.
It feels like kickers might play a big role in this one.
Yes, make sure you give them the respect they deserve. They could cost you a game or win you one.
Foles and the Jags come up now 1st and 10 at their own 21. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And the window closes quickly. He'll only get up to the 22-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Check. Here we go.
On 2nd and 9, Foles. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jared Davis. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. After the interception, here's Stafford. He'll rifle this one deep. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Detroit. T.J. Hockenson. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Extra point good by Prater. And the lead grows to 10-0. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. They begin with a run by Fournette. 2nd quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Pressure too strong. Down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Well, Foles and the Jags now have to deal with a 3rd and long after that sack.
Under. Wide. Get wide. Kill. Turn up. Kill.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he completes it to Westbrook. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. The 20. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. D.D. Westbrook, 85 yards, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Maybe that is the boost that this offense needed.
They did nothing the entire half, but out of the blue comes this big shot here. You're exactly right. Like a dunk in basketball, like a home run in baseball, maybe a solo shot. Sometimes you need that big play to get things ignited.
That'll be taken in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Desmond King picks it, and they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. A new life now following the late turnover. Maybe a chance for points here before the break.
Yeah, pretty nice situation they find themselves in because they're really maybe one completion away from...
And this will be caught at the 30. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
He's checking. Shift. He's go.
Now back to throw. The open man is Westbrook. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. That puts him in excellent position. 1st and goal after a gain of 19. Goal line offense, something they've really been emphasizing in practice lately. Now they have a chance here to put all that hard work to use. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Damon Harrison bringing in 341 pounds of power for the sack. It's 2nd and goal, but now all the way back at the 14. 2nd and 14. The quick slant caught. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. A touchdown-saving tackle there. Now it's 3rd and goal. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and goal. They'll try to punch it in with Fournette. And he'll take this into the end zone. A touchdown, Jacksonville. Leonard Fournette as the first half is winding down. And the Jaguars have taken the lead. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And the lead is now 14-10. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
55 is my guy. 21.
The final shot before the break, Stafford. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. 40-yard line. So we're at halftime here in the annual Thanksgiving game in Detroit. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. That one goes for 30 yards. The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Johnson. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
21. Switch.
They go to Johnson again. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Well, Stafford. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 29-yard line.
The beauty of route running is it doesn't matter what position, everyone's doing the same thing. In this case, tight end, selling the vertical route. Get the defensive back on his heels, break off for the corner, and with good timing, you get a completion as we just saw there.
Back to throw, Stafford. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25.
Set. Get a 20. Come on. Watch tight end.
They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard that time. 2nd and goal.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
2nd and goal from inside the 5.
10. 55. Hey, wahoo.
Stafford now to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal.
Let's get off the field. 55. Go. Check back.
From the gun, here's Stafford. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Calais Campbell, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
3rd and goal, they decided to throw for it, but how about the play defensively? Couldn't find anyone open, left him nowhere to go with the football, had to absorb the sack.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So what a turnaround there. A roughing call on the field goal try leads to 1st and goal. Following the penalty, it's Johnson. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Kerryon Johnson hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Lions are going to jump back in front. Prater for the extra point, and it's now 17-14. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Here we go on 2nd and 12. Completes it to Lee. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Big. He's coming. Double up. Yeah, let's go. 61, match box, white. Kill. Bang.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And he's got some space here. There he goes left side. And he will score. Touchdown, Lions. Ah, yes, the old tip drill works to perfection there.
You're bringing back great memories. Used to love that drill. And a lot of times in practice, you work on it, not just one tip, but multiple tips, just in case the ball stays in the air for a while, to have an awareness and the ability to go up and grab it, and then you want to get some blocking support and end up in the opposite end zone.
In that tip drill, what do you yell?
For us, it was Oski. Okay, Oski was an
things
interception.
for different teams.
Different teams have different ways of doing it. I've heard bingo, jackpot. The worst I ever heard, though, was Frankenstein. You don't want it to be a three-syllable word.
Yeah.
You want to get it right down and go. Oski is really the preferred word.
Oski steps away. This one caught by his tight end, Oliver. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Check nickel. Check four. Switch.
We're on to the 4th here on Thanksgiving Day. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Come on, D.
Foles. He'll set up the screen to Fournette. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. It'll be a loss of 7 on the play. And it'll be a 2nd and long.
I'm letting you know right now, you better bring.
Now Foles. Forced out to his left. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Darius Slay with a pick. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Again, it's Johnson. And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. Calais Campbell on the stop.
Middle. Stay 50. Mike 55. Hey, Haywood!
Stafford looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. 15 yards for the Lions there on a first down. Stafford now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Johnson. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Well, at this stage, that's exactly what you want offensively. Good run on first down, stay in bounds, keep that clock rolling.
And look at that play chart that the play caller has in his hands right now. That's what you got to focus in on, because that's divided up by sections. And right now, he's looking at that 4-minute offense section. What running plays do we have to bleed down the clock and take care of the football? Right now, they're executing really well.
Now the 2nd down throw on target. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon. But with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. A great play there. There to make the grab. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Extra point good by Prater. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and it finally kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Here's Foles. And, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a first down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Looking to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. D.D. Westbrook is intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. They'll drop to throw. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Some boos coming down right now from this home crowd after that call.
Yeah, and that was because of the pass interference call, but for a second there I thought maybe they'd get a look at my appearance as Othello in the high school play.
You were Othello?
Not a good one, let me tell you.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. The Jaguars on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 4.
Safety screaming. Hey, sound one. Bravo.
Back to throw here. got the hook up to Lee. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 12-yard line.
What we got?
First down.
They'll look to throw here. Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. He'll look to throw. And the pressure gets to him again. Nick Perry has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. He's going to let it fly. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean, break out? That just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
Ready. Blue 16. Check, 47. We ain't giving up nothing today.
Stafford going to throw it. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the Michigan man, Jake Ryan.
Let's go.
Stafford's pass. Intended for Kenny Golladay. Incomplete.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me, you just go ahead and run out the clock, shake hands, congratulations, and move on. Because now, you're not going to make up for what's happened during the game in this last sequence.
We'll see what they do here in this last sequence. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Check 24, check 24, check 3, check 3. 36.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that got it done in this one.
So for the Lions, they move back over 500 now at 6-5. And they'll get a few extra days to savor this one before they take on the Green Bay Packers. Meanwhile, for Jacksonville, the losses continue to mount as they drop to 0-11 on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against Jacksonville. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.